glitch in the Matrix. A swing. I like swings. When's the last time you got on a swing?
A while.
Yeah, dude, it's fun. I have one in my backyard. I'm afraid it's going to break them.
Well, I was about to say, just go get some new chains at Home Depot and a tire and see what we can drill some whole shit in it.
Well, you know what? I mean, you look at it, and it's never budged. So I feel like I can still swing on it. It's in the backyard there. It came with the house.
I'll get a message going, Ray, it budged.
All right, that's all.
I try not to.
Really? Because you talk. Well, now you're talking about it. Also, you put it on Facebook all the time just to piss people off.
Yeah.
Which is listen. Now that I know you as well as I do, it's funny to me because I see people like making a terrible mistake.
You're just like,
yeah. Like people just making the terrible mistake of getting into an argument with you. Like
I know.
I say all the time. It's like trying to argue that you try to argue the sky isn't blue, and someone's like, it's right there. It's fucking blue. And they're pulling their hair out.
It's
like,
turquoise.
Nope.
It's turquoise.
Yeah.
Okay. Outside of the knockdown in the third, I had Francis Ngannou winning on points by multiple rounds, 2, 3, maybe even 4 rounds. How on earth do you score this fight for Tyson Fury?
You knew there was no way, dude. You knew there was. Sorry, before I get to I was just gonna say you knew there was no way the judges were gonna give
Yeah.
It was never gonna happen, no matter what Francis did. He was not gonna get 2 out of 3 judges on this card. It's too bad for boxing if he loses. I've never ever seen a fight where I saw it. I'm like, that didn't happen though. That didn't happen. Like I honestly saw. Still to this day, I don't believe that happened.
No, not at all. I do not. I don't get it. I don't understand what the hell. Like, okay,
Dude, it's gone full WWE, man. There's not no, dude. That wasn't real. That didn't actually happen. No. Bro Plata, where black people and white people talk nonsense.
Hi, everybody. Bro Plata here, live with you Tuesday solo show. I'm going to real quick take the live that is going out right now. I'm gonna make sure I do that. Shared it out already. Make sure to like, share, subscribe. Do your thing. Do your thing with us, because we are Bro Plata. Usually it's me, Ray Highclack, and Tim Danko. Today, solo show. Not going to be doing very long today. Probably an hour and a half at most. Tim is sick, so he will not be joining me on this beautiful, shitty Tuesday in Cleveland, Ohio. We're going to be talking a lot of stuff. Especially, I want to talk about Michael Chandler and Paddy Pimblett. I want to focus a good amount of the show today on that fight, because it's so many things, so many factors, so many things going on in that, where you see the writing on the wall. You really do. You see the writing on the wall for a certain American wrestler, and it should be very obvious to all of us that this is the case. But we'll talk about a little bit more today on Bro Plata. Make sure to like, share, subscribe. Get our watch time up. So y'all can help us grow. We do appreciate it a lot. And I'm just going to visit the thing, turn that down. There we go. And yeah, thank you guys for being here on a Tuesday. We do appreciate it. We do this every Tuesday, Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Live here, YouTube, Facebook, and X. X is the new place where you can find us live streaming. I'm trying to get the views up on that. So we shall see what that will bring us. Hold on, there we are. Don't need that. Cut that. Oh, my own voice in my head. Not enjoying it at all. Not enjoying it at all, guys. Thank you. Chat is open, by the way, if you want to give your thoughts on what happened at UFC 314 this past Saturday in Miami. Had a very busy Saturday, but had a little bit of shenanigans happen. My brain decided to give up on me, kids. It's deciding to give up on me. I'm convinced of this. Now more than ever, my brain is betraying me. I've been forgetting a lot of stuff. You could say it's alcoholism, but I don't believe you. I don't believe that drinking affects my. Of course it does. But we are here. Freedom guy. Hey, body. Good to see y'all. Good to see you, buddy. And thank you to everybody here. I don't know. I'm in a weird mood today. I'm not in a very, very amazing mood. But I think honestly, my brain is kind of giving up on me because I was all excited yesterday. I was ready, willing, happy to go to a local concert venue here in Cleveland called the Grog Shop. Legendary in this town. A lot of bands have come through it. A lot of big acts on their way up, and some big acts when they just wanted to come in and play a small thing. MGK's played there a fuck ton. Panic at the Disco did a show at the Grog Shop in like 2014, 15. It was sold out, packed. It was just Brandon Urie. But I'm getting ready. Uber there. I'm ready to drink. I'm going to see two bands, the Coffin Cats and Flatfoot 56, who I graciously call them the Creed of Celtic punk. They've got a lot of like Christian undertones, but it's so goddamn good you don't even notice any of it. I actually had to. I one of the shows I went to at Flatfoot 56. This guy who I guess was a Christian, and I'm not gonna go off on religion on this show. That's not what we do. I'm what I am, but I was going to this show, and I get there, venue's closed. They're having a private party. I look on my phone with the guy who's at the front door of the private party, and it was Sunday. Show was Sunday, 13th. Didn't have that opportunity to go see Flatfoot 56 and the Coffin Cats this time, which makes me very sad. But at the same time, I was mad. Like, I was so livid, dude. I don't know if you guys have ever done that before, where like you think you're going to a concert, you really want to see this band, and all of a sudden just life happens, jumbles your brain up a lot, and the next thing you know, you're a day late for the concert. Now here's the fucking kicker. I hung out with a friend of mine in a beach called Edgewater Beach here in Cleveland, famous for a lot of needles and, a lot of crazy shit, gay hookers hanging out at Edgewater Beach, hookers in general hanging out there. Nice beach. It's okay. It's not like knock your socks off. This is fucking amazing, but it's a cool beach, right? I was there all day. Yes, this is a tragedy. Luckily I was only out, I think, $20. Wasn't out a lot of money. Wasn't out like hundreds of dollars, but it did suck because I like the band, and I'll play some of them here after I tell the story. But I was at Edgewater fucking Beach. I could have stopped. It was on the way to my house. If I would have known, I would have gone immediately. But like I missed my brain. The synapses weren't firing on the right fucking thing, and I ended up missing Flatfoot. I'm pissed, but band gets the money, which is good. Hopefully they sold a lot of tickets. I obviously didn't go. But yeah, I just got drunk yesterday. And high outside. It was like 50 degrees. I was just in a hoodie, smoking my bowl. Right here. Here's the bowl. I call this bowl of Roethlisberger because it's black and yellow, and it's Ben Roethlisberger, but in bowl form. It's the greatest. It's the greatest. Oh man, yeah, it sucked because it's like you spend this money, you get excited, you're mentally there, you're prepared to fucking have a good time, and life just pulls the fucking rug out from underneath you like nothing happened. It sucked, dude. Fucking blew. Because you feel like an emptiness. You're like, oh, I missed him. Fucking missed. No, I missed the fucking show. I didn't get to see the band I wanted to see. I didn't get to hear the songs I wanted to see. But what are you going to do at this point? No use crying over spilled milk. Thank you to everybody that's here. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. D-Rest. D-Rest. Well, why are you getting so mean, man? I know. I'm a bandless boy. You've seen all the bands. I get it. You've been going to concerts since vaudeville. I understand, but I get it. Stick around. We are going to be talking 314. Like I said, there's going to be a little bit of an in-depth. I did watch almost every fight. Almost. I missed the Dan Ige fight, which was an early stoppage, and then I missed, I think, a couple more. But we will be getting to the main card and some of the other car or the early prelims. And gotcha, D-Rest. Make sure again. Like, share, do all the things. Do every single thing I tell you. Like, share, subscribe, you animals. I was yelling for a little while too yesterday. Like I was, but today I was like heated, having arguments with myself. But yeah, hurt, man. And then today, I mean, the weather fucking sucked. I don't know where you guys live. I know where like D-Rest, Freedom Guy. I think I know where you live. You guys are getting hammered with a lot of winter shit still too. And it sucks. Vegas sounds so good to a guy from the Midwest who hates cold weather. I despise cold weather. I'd rather be like Stacy Keach and Cheech and Chong, just hanging on a rock. Carguments. Yeah, you've never had those? Anybody ever have a cargument before? You guys never had a cargument before? Oh, carguments are great. You've had one, you just didn't know that's what a cargument is called. Because what it is you basically have your argument. Sharguments too, or shouguments too, shower arguments. Those are always fun. What do we got here? I was driving through Vegas last week. It's the perfect temp right now. Yes, it is, dude. I help us move out of Ohio. Well, at least me. Many I wasn't aware of the term though. I feel like I didn't coin the phrase, but I've heard it before. A cargument. Yeah, it's where you just like you have a fight with somebody, or you have an argument where you get everything out that you can't do because it'll cause a scene anywhere else in your car. It has to be in your car for it to be a cargument. You can do an ument anything to any other place, really. I mean, it just do whatever you want to do with where you have this. Just don't make sure it's not in public. Can't be in public, or at least if it's in public, nobody can hear you. So your car window's up, and yeah, you just fucking scream, yell. That's why my voice is like this today. I had a few arguments today, and blew my voice out in my work truck. Nobody got hurt. Nobody, anything happened, and I got my day done. Luckily, Tim is out. Just to let everybody know that's coming in and out of here. He texted me before the show telling me that he was not feeling well. He hasn't been feeling well in a while now, which is scary. It's really legitimately. I don't know how to deal with it. I mean, I'm worried about him, but at the same time, and we've talked about this on the show multiple times. I don't think Tim is ready to help himself. Public human just isn't the same. No, it's not. No, car arguments are the best because you don't have to feel embarrassed about yourself. You can have them by yourself. Diet and exercise. We know optimistically cynical. We get it. We believe me. I wish we could just get him to a gym, strap him to a fucking like bike, and put like a burger in front of his face on a string, and see if that motivates him. But until then, I don't know what to do. And I love Tim. We've talked about this. He's been feeling like shit for a while. So he's we're trying to figure it out. He overslept his dentist appointment, so that happened. That definitely happened yesterday. Tim. We are. I'm just, I'm worried about him. I don't want him to like think that we don't care about him on the show. I don't want him to. It's like we just need to get him swole. Like I want to be able to like take him on a fucking trip without having to have like a wheelchair. You know what I'm saying? Like that would be no bueno for either of us, and I think more embarrassing for Tim than it would be for me because I'd be roasting him the entire time. I would just be calling him wheels. It'd be it would be a thing. Yeah, dude, I can't. It hurts. It hurts because I've had it family with health issues in the past, friends not named Tim Danko who have had issues in the past, and for him to be not feeling well the way he is, it's concerning. But I think with enough diet and exercise, I think he'd be fine. Definitely with a change of lifestyle. I want to like cattle prod him down the street he lives, just like have him walking, and if he slows down and start breathing heavy, just like, why not give him pain so he understands. He understands. What are you guys drinking? Drinking Voodoo Ranger IPA tonight. Smoking some weed. I'm going to do that. We'll talk about Saturday because Friday and Saturday were fucking wild. Friday I'll talk about first, and then after I talk about Friday and Saturday, we'll talk about UFC 314. Yeah, baby. Who else is happy that we all know the world is round again? And the world is right because Volk won. We'll talk more because I went to Buffalo Wild Wings to watch the thing because I didn't want to pay more than $40, and I think I hit it. I think it was like $44 was my bar tab at B-Dubs. Voodoo Ranger. That sounds fun. It's a very good beer out of Erie, PA, actually. Voodoo Ranger, really good IPA. And I don't know if Freedom Guy, you get this in your town. It might have a liquor store somewhere near. But they're really good. I've done stand-up at one of their like breweries that they have, which was like an old corn or like an old livestock silo. Or it was like a barn for our livestock, and it had a silo and shit. It was awesome. High ceiling, which is never good for comedy, but it's a good time. Yeah. Let's not do the what do you call that? What is that? What is that again? I can't remember what that's called. God, I'm an old fucking man. Jesus Christ. Yeah, Erie's more of like a thumbs up than it is anything else. No offense to Erie. Love Erie. City's great. Keller's Magic Club in Erie, PA, if you ever get a chance. It's a comedy club in downtown Erie. Yeah, dab. Like it's not a dab. It's more like a thumbs up. I wish I had dabs, but has anybody ever done dabs in the chat? Has anybody ever like been crazy enough to try THC dabs. I don't like them. I'll tell you why. I don't like them because I don't like not feeling my face while I drive. If that makes any sense. Like I am such a like THC white light. Jesus. Weight light, lightweight. And THC like that, man, is too fucking pure. If you've never seen a dab rig in your life, Google it. You'll understand why I am not a fan of fucking dabs in the slightest. And like it's becoming a thing again, and it scares me. I did They Powerful VN, lots of chemicals though. Yes, yeah, it's. I mean I vape these. I vape THC. I got my nice little stash of shit I have. THC in dab form, like I'd rather never do that again because the coughing too. If you've never had a dab cough compared to a weed cough, totally different experiences. A weed cough, you're just like, ooh, and also Sunday I got had something else, by the way. But I was at like dab coughs. It feels like your cough is pulling your balls from your sack through your throat and out, and you're just doing a yo-yo the entire time after you hit a dab. Very nice. I'm reading. It's very hard. Very hard to read and do what I'm doing right now. I'm a single man, single both in marital status and dude on this show right now. This is the best show on the internet because I'm here. If it wasn't for me, Bro Plata may be 200 subscribers and nowhere else to be found because we are, daddy, the best MMA / comedy bullshit on the planet Earth, daddy. And there ain't nothing Oleander thing can do about it, baby. But yeah, man, where was it going? Oh, very nice. Blah 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 blah. Yeah, dabs is like it feels like you're just fucking getting your fucking balls thrown like through your throat and onto your computer screen or the table where you just picked up the dab rig from. Oh, it sucks. It sucks. But yeah. Oh, Sunday also. I want you guys to kind of be on the lookout for this coming up soon. We played on last Tuesday's episode the footage of me in the game, the VR game, which you all should go check out. It's on Meta for like $9.99 early access if you're a VR person and you have a Meta VR like Quest headset. You can beat me up. You can beat me up in the game Drunken Bar Fight 2, which I did last year. I did some voiceover work early in like March, I want to say, and got a little bit, got some money. Nothing that I can be like, oh, I'm fucking rich now, but it was like $40 to do that. And I had a great time. Go check that out. There's a bunch of YouTube channels with Drunken Bar Fight 2 footage on it. Apparently, it's huge on TikTok. I didn't know that. But I'm the annoying roommate that greets you in the hub world of Drunken Bar Fight 2. So if you ever want to have some fun, go spend some money. The Monkey Studios is who puts it out. They're a company based out of Las Vegas. And I got to do that. But Sunday also, I got to do another VR game that's coming out, or I think it's in early access right now, called Nightclub Simulator. And the actual script that I had to read, just going to put this fucking out there. It's one of the shittiest scripts I've ever read in my fucking life. I've read a few bad scripts in my life. I've not done those things, and none of it really came to fruition. But I've seen some horrible fucking scripts in my day. And that the one for Nightclub Simulator VR is probably, without a doubt, the worst script I've ever read. It was one of the most basic things. The dude who was producing me, my buddy Seth, he even apologized and kept telling me he didn't write it, and I'm glad he kept telling me that, because I would have believed him that he didn't, because this fucking thing, it looked like it was written by AI. Which we use for our descriptions and post to gain all kinds of views on X and on YouTube. Virtual beatdowns are my fave now. I'm old. I'll look into it. Yes, go check out Drunken Bar Fight 2 on MetaQuest and I think Steam, maybe. I'm in it as the annoying roommate. Actually, since I got people here, why not show proof that actually that I'm in this game by Drunken Bar Fight 2 roommate. Show this real quick. Drunken Bar Fight 2. Let's go to Stevie Savage. Shout out to Stevie Savage. New roommate. But yeah, this is what I did last year. I'm super proud of this. Like I couldn't be no thanks. And then we'll just bring that up.
It's good for your health. Come on.
Can we settle this on the
You're getting in there. It's
Swirling
okay,
me.
I'm gonna be just breathe through it. My name's Stevie the Savage, and I want you to be my new
So I'd back up if I were you.
Yeah.
Oh shit, you're a fighter. Oh my god, yeah, I wouldn't challenge that. Not without a baseball bat. Get the fuck out of here. You good, dog? Come on.
Back up.
Come on, you can do this. Come on,
Oh,
you're
he's
almost a little
fighting
ready. Let me give you a little push.
You're hurting my bed bugs.
No, I think you're doing it yourself. Here, I'll push you out. I'll help you. Here. Come on. Go ahead. Go play some Atari, little guy.
I
Go
don't
play
think
some
it's
Atari. All right. I'll talk to you in the morning. Proud of you. He's going to be okay. Making some breakfast. Maybe the neighbors want some breakfast. Maybe they can go fuck themselves. How about that?
Smell awful where it's me, but
So yeah, that was me. In the game. So that's Drunken Bar Fight. Go check it out. But yeah, Nightclub Simulator VR, some Chinese game that's being put out on MetaQuest, some cheap ass fucking some cheap ass piece of shit game. Hopefully people play it. I'm more because of the American company. I'm encouraging you. Drunken Bar Fight 2 out now, early access on MetaQuest. Go check it out. It's the sequel to the very popular VR game Drunken Bar Fight 1. Who would have thought, right? Who would have fucking thought? But yeah, I want to get into voice acting. I think I'm working now, and I'm building a resume of just shitty VR games that I can throw on a website and be like, here I am. I'm right here. It's my voice. This is how I do it. I act okay. Not great, but I'm there. And yeah, that's all I'm really looking for at this point is the ability, there's that, to do more and hopefully collect checks. That's the goal. One, it'll benefit this show because I'll have more time to do shit and, you know, the finances to be able to do it. But go check out Drunken Bar Fight 2 live right now on MetaQuest and I think Steam in early access. It's like $10. Go support small game developers because I didn't think I'd be doing that. Voice acting is the shit. Do it, bro. I'm trying. I'm fucking trying, dog. Like, I really want to do this. I want to make money at it. And, luckily doing Bro Plata, stand up, and being a pro wrestling fan, you kind of learn how to act, and besides also abusive parents. But, there's always that. And, yeah, you get that, I got the itch to really do it because I want to do it. I want to be able to just wake up, look at my bank account because I don't fucking know. Square Enix gave me a $100 check, and I can go to bed. I can go back to bed knowing I got 3 more coming. Like, that's the goal. It's just residuals forever. That way all I have to do is Bro Plata. That's, because I want to just do this for fun. And if you're watching on X, by the way, and you like us, on our main page, there is a tip jar if you want to join us on, or if you want to send some cash, Bro Plata's way. Help us pay for StreamYard. That's primarily what we ask, is just helping with our operating costs. That's all we ever ask. Our operating costs are like $250 a year. Really? At this point, we need more, like, better equipment. That would be nice. But if you want, and what I'm going to start doing is, if you donate during the show, we will read your donation comments at the end of the show as sort of just a thank you for being here. So if you want to just send a little bit of cash our way, I like virtual panhandling sometimes. But so anyway, let's talk about Friday. Let's talk about Friday. Yeah. I'm a single guy, and I've been getting to know a young lady, and we made plans for Friday night. We were gonna meet, go to a local restaurant here in town. It's gonna Uber, get shit faced because I have a DUI. If you have a DUI, always Uber close if you're going to drink, or if you can do it, $30-$40 to get to the place and back, not a problem. And of course, I don't know how many single guys or girls we have, but when you message somebody and you don't hear from them kind of all day, you immediately think, oh shit, this isn't going to happen. And I sent the follow-up text, kids. I sent the follow-up text. And yeah, did not go well. I got the I am not ready for a relationship kind of text, And I told her, whatever you can do, and I'm gonna move on. I'm gonna keep going, try and find, at least regular, pussy until I leave for Vegas if I end up doing that. Which I am planning on doing still. I'm thinking about moving to Vegas next year, so the show might be a little later, might be on the weekends. Who knows? We may change the schedule completely. I don't see Tim going along with that because he doesn't like change, but we may have to do that. We may have to do like a Friday night show, just so we can have, I can get back at like 4 or 5 every day, and then join the show. But I'm thinking about moving to the West Coast just because I want to live in Vegas. I want to live in the desert. I'm tired of fucking weather. Can't do it. I cannot do it. Cannot fucking do it at all, dog. It's not my thing anymore. I can't do it. Plus, I'd be closer to UFC events. I'd be able to go to the UFC events, go early, and then go home. Like, that'd be the best part. I don't have to worry. Wake up on Sunday afternoon, maybe hit a pool, just stay a little cool. But besides that, man, yeah, I got that. Then went to a place in Cleveland called the Gas Station, and it's not a gas station. It is a weed pub. Like it's a weed hangout where you can just smoke a lot of fucking Chiba, all the fuck you want. They got infused bullshit. You know, they got the infusion drinks with the THC, which I'm not a big fan of. I don't like THC infused anything but just weed, edibles, and like thing. Once we get into like liquids, I think that's when we started kind of jumping the shark on weed in general. Like I love it. Don't get me wrong. I smoke it all, every day because I work in a service job where I go into nasty places constantly. I don't want to do it. Housing prices in Vegas should be going down over the next 6 months to a year or so. Good timing. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if anybody's ever moved just like on kind of a whim, but it's kind of hilarious. Like I keep getting these signs and feelings from the universe telling me like Vegas is the place for you. Vegas, and it's not even anything like weird. It's just where it's like I see the Vegas symbol in a fucking grilled cheese sandwich or something. It's nothing like that. Nothing like that at all. But what it is just I love the area. I love the weather. I love the idea that I'm going to be in a weed legal state that actually gives a shit. The prices are a bit much, but I can find some cheap places, hopefully. There's a lot of cheap places for food. I know it's Vegas and you think everything's a goddamn steakhouse. No, it's not. You got really good places. Rick's Rollin' Smoke Barbecue's right over there. The Backstage, which has like $1 hot dogs and shit. All kinds of places where you can eat for cheap and pretty good food outside of hot dogs. So that's the goal. And again, also just to be closer to MMA culture in general. That'd be nice. Fight culture. Go to media events when I can. That'd be what I do. And yeah, I'm hoping. People do it all the time, bro. It's not weird, especially when you are up from north, or you from up north, and it's cold 6 months out of the year. Try 9 right now, dog. Like, look, it's 30 degrees and raining right now in Cleveland. It's dog shit. Like, it's dog shit. I know it's probably not great in Vegas right now. Maybe. Fuck, dude. I just want to be in the desert. I don't want weather for like a year. So I go to this gas station place, and you ever get a vibe from a place where it's like no matter who's in the room, you don't feel safe at all? Like you could have your 13-year best friends, but you just get this off vibe that something's going to happen in this place. That was the gas station. No offense to the gas station. Really decent open mic run by my boy, Louis Alexander. But I did not feel safe at all in that room. I didn't like it. There was just an off vibe to it. Cut to after it was an open mic, so the sign-up sheet goes out. I look at Louis and I say, fuck it, I'm going to get drunk. And I walk across to one of the greatest dive bars I've ever been to in my life. It's a pure dive bar. There was the pool table, the touch tunes was right there. Just putting on some annoying shit. I think I put on the Pogues at one point, but I put on 2 country songs and I sandwiched a Pogue song in between because they were playing country music. So I'm like, okay. And then all of a sudden they started playing like 90s club hits, like It's a Beautiful Life and shit. You're just like, what the fuck? Why are we listening to Ace of Base all of a sudden? Cheap beer, though. Really great atmosphere. God, I loved it. It was so much better than the actual open mic. The open mic was depressing. The open mic was so depressing. And if Tim was here, we'd be waxing poetic about just how shitty an open mic can be. And it's nothing to that my buddy Lewis did. It's nothing he did. It was just Vibe wasn't there. There wasn't any kind of cool shit. I don't know, that keeps fucking moving like I'm Batman or something. Not a good vibe. Not a good vibe at all. Went home, drank a little, woke up in the morning, had Saturday off, chilled, did nothing. Was kind of hanging out. Chicks like karaoke. I like karaoke too, Freedom Guy. But like it's something I'd definitely I would love to do again. Oh, let me kind of don't. There we are. Close off. And I like karaoke. My go-to is always like "Werewolves of London" by Warren Zevon, and it's a good song. It's also a song you can just talk through. So it's like, saw a werewolf with a Chinese menu in his hand. You know, you can just do it in that voice, like nasally kind of Warren-y voice. Cut to Saturday though. Got bored. It was like 4 PM. Saturday just seemed to also, I don't know if you guys, wherever you all live, had like a moment of just like, holy fuck, it's this time of day. Where I had 4 PM Eastern Standard Time. Just shit. Just like looking around, doing nothing, felt lazy and bored. And texted my buddy Milton Wiley, who me and Milton will be 2 shows this week. Tomorrow, actually, he's driving me to Totes Place, Menor, Ohio. If you're ever in Cleveland on the third Thursday of every month, Totes Place, Menor, Ohio does a free stand-up comedy show, free to all. If you want to hit up Milton Wiley for a spot, you can if you're an amateur, because they'll let new people go up on this show. So it can be fun, well attended, and then there's also other times where you're just like, fuck, this is going to suck, right? And also I'm doing a show with him, which I might live stream on 4/19 Easter Eve down in Roaming Shores, Ohio. And if you've never been near Roaming Shores, Ohio, it is garbage. It is a trash place. It's not fun. Very like rich people go in like summer there. Yeah, it's not a good place, bro. It's not a good place. Thank you for my karaoke choice. I appreciate that. But I'm doing a show with him on 4/19, and also this weekend, WrestleMania. If you're a wrestling fan, down below, who do you think's going to win? I want to read comments from wrestling fans who possibly watch Bro Plata. Anyway, message my buddy Milton and go to a show that he's running about 10 minutes from my house in a city called Wickliffe, Ohio. A place called Legends in Wickliffe. They do a show, I think, once a month. I forget what the time frame is. Milton's always doing that. At Milton Wiley, if you really want to do a good guy for stand-up comedy, check him out. Milton Wiley on all social media. And if you would have guessed, not a white guy. Interesting with a name like Milton. He talks about it in his act. I love you, Milton. I got my thoughts here. So I go to the show. Last time I did it, which was last month, garbage. Had a woman walk in, see your friends, and while I'm doing stand-up, just starts fucking flapping her goddamn yap while wearing the stupid long brim, like white. She had red fur on her fucking arms. I don't know where the fuck or what animal had to die for this awful fucking outfit this bitch was wearing. But yeah, she kind of ruined the vibe of my set. It was bad, very bad, because she just came down back right to me. And as a comedian, when you get somebody who puts their fucking back to you, I'm gonna fuck you up, dog. Fuck you up. That's fucking bullshit. Show respect. You see I'm on fucking thing. I can hear your conversation. It's not like I'm just screaming over people to avoid it. Cut to last night or Saturday, and a really great fucking set. Really great set. There wasn't that many people there. But the people that were there were ready to fucking laugh, right? Amazing time this time at Legends, and really the vibe was cool. I liked hanging out with the people that were there, and they were live. I tried some new shit, tried some old shit, tried to just dick around for 5 minutes, and ended up being a good set and a good show. Like, everybody that went after me, because I went up first after Milton, great fucking set afterwards. Sometimes, man, when you're on a fucking show, you do not know what is about to fucking be in front of you. Nobody here, I assume, has done stand-up. Maybe a few people. But, like, when you do stand-up on a regular basis, it's almost like going in. What's up, Johnny Smith? How you doing, buddy? When you do stand-up, it's almost like going into a first date naked. Like, you don't know what you're going to see. You don't know what's going to be in front of you when you're doing it. But and never seeing their face. You only see them naked. That's what stand-up comedy is to start. And then, obviously, if the show is fucking amazing, then it's Blowjob City, baby. It's fucking uncomfortable. Hold on. Absolute sex when a set goes good. When it goes good. When it goes bad, though. And, God, I wish Tim was here. Because, I mean, Tim, God damn it, Johnny. No, not yet. I'm going to knock on fake wood here. It can be great. I had a show that you can actually see the set on my personal YouTube page. Just type this name in YouTube. You can go see it. It's completely comedy, live at the Tricky Tortoise on my YouTube page. Ray Highclack, go just check that out. Give me a thumbs up on that. Let's get the algorithm to take that fucking thing. It's only 15 minutes of your life, or 10 minutes of your life. I think 12 actually. But I made up for it. Cut to right after the show. UFC 314 was happening. Let's bring up the card as well here so we can kind of go from the bottom up, talk about these. I have opinion. I'm guessing it's brainworms. It could be. Who knows at this point? His doctor doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. Some fucking New Philadelphia country ass doctor with a goddamn horse degree or horse husbandry degree fucking out working on my boy. The fuck? All right, let's bring up the MMA holes. TV for the card itself. I'm going to take that off real quick. Luckily, that worked enough. Saturday, though, after the set, hung around for a little bit, watched some of the other comics do their stuff. Really fun. Horse degree, yes. Maybe you can get ketamine. I would love that. I want to find some like horse doctor in fucking T County where he lives and just have the fucking guy give him some K. Why not, dude? But decided to get a wild hair in my ass and make a bad financial decision, which was Ubering to the local Buffalo Wild Wings in my area. for UFC 314. I got the poster for the fights as well, so that's chilling out in my patio with the rest of my posters. That one I'm going to get framed for sure because that's an awesome poster. The one with the blue accent and the orange, all that stuff. Shout out to B-Dubs in Willoughby for giving me the poster. Very fun time. Got there like right before the fights truly started. I missed, let's see which ones I missed here. All right, that's not what I want. Events. Hope you guys are enjoying, by the way. Thank you for the people that are here. Make sure to subscribe. Make sure to like. Make sure to just, make sure to help us out as well. We do appreciate any kind of positive comments. I love B-Dubs. B-Dubs is shit. It's not a great place, but I love it because they have decently priced beer. So I'll take that any day of the week, dog. Let's go. Let's take a look real quick. I did miss the Dan Ige fight. I know that was controversial, like a kind of a quick stop. I missed Verna Jandarova versus Yan Xiaonan. Verna won that one. I did miss Chase Hooper, Jim Miller. I will watch that Thursday and give you a full opinion on it. I saw the I did not see the Elkins fight. I did see which ones did I see? I saw Raposo and Sumadarji. And then I watched Marco Tulio beat Tresean Gore. Tresean Garulo. Then went to was able to actually see the main card. Spent only like $40, dog. It was good shit. Spent only like $40. I take that off. Why not coming off, man? There we are. All right, comment. Sat down. Luckily, there was an open seat by the bar, packed for the fights. And let's go from the bottom up. I'm going to see if I can. Let's change this a little bit here. Maybe that'll. Let's see how that looks. Yeah, I mean, it works. I like it. I got to do this. Oh, no, I'm good. Dominick Reyes is back. I think we can safely say that. Let me see if I can move. Can I move that? Oh, no. Mute screen audio. Okay. I don't know what I'm doing here. Let me see if there's another one. And I like that one. Yeah, let's just do that one. That way you guys can see that. You guys don't have to see me at all. But shout out to the people watching. Make sure to heart if you're on Twitter or X, whatever, and then like, share on YouTube as well. Thank you guys for being here today to talk about this. Dominick Reyes, one punch turned his whole career back around. I think he was kind of on the bubble, and for him to get this KO win, round one, good for Dominick. I do believe that he beat John Jones. He should be at least former light heavyweight champion right now. And it's good to see him back on the winning track for sure. Because I kind of good to see you, Freedom Guy. Thank you for being here, buddy. Appreciate you. Love you. Make sure to be more like Freedom Guy on this channel, at least. Be like Freedom Guy more on this channel. We are awesome on Bro Plata. Follow us on X as well. If you're new to the show on X, we're live here Tuesdays, Thursdays, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so 4 p.m. Pacific Time in the United States, 7 p.m. wherever you all else are. It could be midnight, 1 o'clock in the UK as well, but who knows? All right. This is one of my favorite fights of the night right here. Absolutely amazing performance by Jean Silva, taking out the man with enough brain damage to fill West Virginia, Bryce Mitchell, the man who said what he said about Hitler. You know, he said some dumb shit. Really has. And Dana was kind of talking about this at the press conference after the pay-per-view. And I agree with him that Bryce Mitchell, the one admirable thing about Bryce Mitchell, for all the bullshit he's talked, for all the dumb, ridiculous shit he has talked about out of thousands of online posts, including the most recent Hitler comments. He got in the cage. He didn't back down. Really didn't fight well. I think his time is kind of come and gone in the UFC. I think Josh Emmett knocking the 4 or 5 brain cells that Bryce Mitchell has currently. It's. I think he's done. I think Bryce Mitchell, it needs to kind of look at his career, look at the kind of, I mean, legacy, if you want to really call it that. I mean, he fought for a title, didn't really do shit, and then Josh Emmett beat the living shit out of him, and then he beats Crone Gracie, who just pulled guard on him the entire fight, and he slammed him and elbowed him. Ooh, Crone Gracie. But I do not think this will be the last fight of Bryce Mitchell's career, but I wish it was, because he got choked the fuck out. Choked out by Jean Silva, who confident the entire way. And, you know, I really do think it is time for Bryce Mitchell to, in the words of Carter Pewterschmidt, just hit the old dusty trail, brother. Like, just go home. Don't be there. And, you know, don't be in the UFC anymore. For the love of God, Bryce, stop. You have a family, dog. What are you doing? Yeah, I didn't realize that this was actually going to be like the second fight. I did not see that coming. It just, again, man, this guy, he needs to just go. 17-4. Jean Silva on the way up. And let's actually do the fighter profile, or let's see if the fighter profile comes up and we can kind of take a look at the fight profile. There we are. That's nice. Look at that. Oh my God. Sweet Christmas. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 fight win streak right now. 13 fight baga win streak. And I mean, Jean Silva, how old is he? Let's take a look at how old he is. Sorry, let's take a look at how old he is. 28. Still got a good couple, 4 or 5 years left in the UFC at least, or if he goes to PFL. I mean, look at this. Look at, he's got Drew Dober, which was doctor's stoppage. I remember that one. And yeah, man, he submits Bryce Mitchell out cold, who didn't want to give up, but he tapped towards the end, and he got fooked for it, dog. Yeah, man. Let's look at the. Oh gosh, lost my tequila bottle. I'm trying to keep it up with my feet. Let's go down. All right. What is that? Oh, wow. That's over far. Moss, you want to fix this? Wow. Compared to this one, it's like right there. And then that one's right there. This one right over here. It's part of the theme of the next fight I talk about kind of sums up the current state of mixed martial arts. With Pitbull coming in to fight probably the most prolific striker and one of the most creative strikers in the UFC, in Yair El Pantera or La Pantera, or El Pantera. Yeah, it'd be El Pantera. Just text him the entire time. Just techniques the shit out of Patricio Pitbull. Obviously 145 pounds. Michael Chandler has fought Pitbull in Bellator. Patricio coming over from Bellator, being one of those guys. I mean, let's see if I haven't even, to be honest, I haven't done a big deep dive into the MMAholes.tv. Go check them out, by the way. MMAholes.tv. And shout out to the MMA Holes, the single greatest MMA live stream in the world. All right. Bellator. Where I think they fought Michael Chandler. Yes. 2019 Chandler versus Pitbull. Let's bring that up real quick on the screen. There we are. Yeah, right here. And beat him first round, 101. That's, I think, where he won the championship. Or was it? I forget when he won the title. Shit. It's been so long. The Belfast thing, where he won against Jeremy Kennedy. But, I mean, he's had some losses. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 5, 6 is right there. And then the rest, 7. I mean, he has a decent record. 13-2. Get it. But there's levels. View MMAholes.tv. This one right here. And you get a guy like Yair Rodriguez, who, I mean, talk about a guy who's almost realized his potential multiple times. A former interim champion, yes, but he's never really been able to push himself to the next level, which I want him to do now that he's older. Let's take a look real quick. I'm going to take that, and then look at his age. I think he's his early, like late 20s now. Something like that. Make sure, by the way, to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. No matter where you're watching, El Pantera. Yeah, he's 32. He's got about maybe 2-3 good years, unless he really takes good care of his body. Goes up maybe in weight. But no, Yair made Patricio Pitbull look like a fucking scrub. Like straight up, dog. Straight up scrub. All right, let's go to the next fight. And what I was gonna say, there are levels. Like Patricio Pitbull, one of the best in Bellator history. One of the best in Bellator's history. We've seen this a few times, especially more in the modern era than we did in the steroid days and the cheating days of early MMA with like Rampage Jackson, Vanderlei, Crow Cop, all these guys who came up from Japan to the UFC. That was sort of, to me, the last competitive class of world-class MMA fighters not to be in the UFC. Now it's kind of, all right, the UFC has the best guys, and here's why. And Yair Rodriguez's fight is a big one. Patricio absolutely froze for 3 rounds. Didn't do much. Got dropped by Yair Rodriguez. Dropped, I think, twice. It's just it was not a good fight for Patricio. Yair, obviously one of the best in the world at flyweight, and I'm glad he got the win. Now, let's go over to what I like to now refer to as one of the biggest busts in the history of mixed martial arts. One of the biggest busts in the history of mixed martial arts on a big scale. I'll give you proof here in a second, but Paddy Pimblett right here completely outclassed Iron Mike Chandler Saturday in Miami. He looked amazing. You want to talk about one of the best performances under the lights in mixed martial arts history. Paddy the Baddy Pimblett made Michael Chandler look like a child. Look like a totally different athlete. I get it. Chandler is what now? Well, let's take a look here before I turn off the Yair one. Michael Chandler's 38. Paddy Pimblett, let's take a look at that. But Michael Chandler is 38 years old. All right. He's getting up there in age. He's not really the same guy who, after losing in front of a small crowd in Madison Square Garden because his foot nerves gave out, to now a 30-year-old English scouse, as he says, scouser, beating the ever-loving fuck out of a guy who a lot of people thought was going to be a UFC champion or close to it. Interim champion. People thought he was going to be in a lot of conversations to be a number one contender. Lost to Charles Oliveira. Got just demolished by Paddy Pimblett. Did Michael Chandler. And this is why I'm going to say any other now, people who want to look at me and say this guy is one of the best in the world at what he does, I have to tell you, he was too late to the UFC. He never should have gone to Bellator or stayed in Bellator as much as he was, because he just here. Let's just take a look. So beats Benson Henderson August of 2020. Cool. Bellator 243, Chandler Hendo 2. Fine. gets to the UFC. Dan Hooker. Dan Hooker was a great fight. Kicked him. Boom. Out the fucking door, right? One of the best knockouts in UFC history. But then we get up to real competition. Charles Oliveira, Justin Gaethje, a already weakened Tony Ferguson, a guy who had just gone through a war with Justin Gaethje. So we just intersect those. Loses 3 in a row now. Dustin Poirier, Charles Oliveira again. Almost 2 different ways. Decision this time, Miocic versus Jones. Loses in that decision. Then, and loses it by TKO in the main event for the title, 155 pounds. Paddy beating him the way he did. Let's see if this... There we are. Paddy, just take a look. Last time he lost was 2018 against Soren Bach, Cage Warriors. Cool. But then you look at Paddy and beats Tony Ferguson, beats Bobby Green, Jared Gordon, Jordan Levitt, Vargas. People were talking shit around this time. Like Brunson Till, he got Vendaramani, whatever the fuck his name is, and really has been purely on a roll, has Paddy Pimblett. I think it is safe to say at this point, and I'm gonna take this off. There we are. Let me take this off again. I think the experiment of the Bellator contracts, maybe Aaron Pico will prove me wrong. Maybe Aaron Pico will prove me wrong. He is young enough. He is, a developing talent. Started early, was a big name for Bellator, and is fighting in the UFC very, very soon. But I think the jury is no longer out on Michael Chandler being one of the best in the world. I think we can officially say no, because he's lost to high-end talent. Like, I may not like Dustin Poirier as a person. I think he's a piece of shit. I'm not a fan of Justin Poirier in the fucking slightest. Clip that if you want it. Fuck Dustin Poirier for what he did after the Conor McGregor thing of like, you threatened my family, man. This fight's fucking over. He's hurt. Be a man. Show respect and say fuck him outside of the cage. Sportsmanship. It's a novel fucking concept. But, again, I think with the exception of Aaron Pico, who we have not seen, a lot of Bellator guys who people were touting, the Robin Blacks of the world, that UFC doesn't have the best guys. You're fucking lying. You're just lying to yourself because you can't understand that Uncle Dana, working on the shoestring budget that he has been fucking working with forever, has created some of the biggest stars in professional fighting ever. And Bellator has only produced guys who are now tin cans for UFC guys to either beat up or beat up in title fights. That's it. Sorry. But I do think it's time for Chandler to kind of take a step back, figure out what he's going to do from here on out. Paddy, obviously, after that performance and the way he elbowed the shit out of Michael Chandler, definitely will get either a top 5 guy or get somebody else in the thing. Thank you, Bob Smith on Facebook. We appreciate it for being here. You're amazing. Whoever Bob Smith is, thank you. All right. Again, also, if you're on X, we do have a tip jar. If you want to donate to the show, we will read your donation thing. Same thing with YouTube. Donation link in the description for that before we get to the main event, everybody. And do want to thank the people who are on X right now watching. You guys rule so hard. Like, I'm very happy that we have anybody watching us on X. So let's go to the main event of the evening. And then we'll close the show out with that because my podcast partner is not here today, and I kind of want to drink a little bit. It's been a rough couple weeks. Anyway, let's move up to the fight of the night, and this was actually a really hotly contested fight. Wasn't as good as definitely wasn't as good as where is it? This one. This one back and forth for 2 rounds. Gore looked gory, if you will. Couldn't help but not do the puns. Hey, Maz, how you doing? But watching this fight, all 5 rounds, Volk earned the title. Lopes looked amazing, but Volk just controlled every single piece of this fight. Got knocked down once. Did Volk. Came back, though, and Rogan even said it, that it was like he didn't even lose the round after he got knocked down. Like, he just kept coming, really just imposing his will on Diego Lopes. And it was a close fight. 40, I think it was like 49-48 or something, or 49-47, something like that. Close, but definitely well earned win by Volk, 145-pound champion. Would I love to see him versus Max again? No. Would I love to see him versus, who knows? At this point, the 145-pound division is kind of up in the air. We do have some really great fighters in that division, but we'll need to see what kind of people we got for that. Next next show we're going to be doing, and then I'll end on the Blue Origin thing. Next one's going to be, it's Ian Gary versus Prates. Yeah, we'll talk about that more Thursday. I do want to talk about that because Machado Gary he's fighting. He doesn't give a shit. It's great. All right, let's take that down. But before we go, I wanted to talk about something for a second that happened today. You guys saw it. This will be my last word of the show. And that, my friends, we all know it. It was a monumental day. It was a day where, unlike anything other, we saw what can happen when enough money and a chick you're fucking with enough plastic surgery goes up into space. Yes, I'm talking about Katy Perry going up into space. I'm talking about Gayle King going into space. I don't get it. I mean, we've had female. I don't know why what the point of having it be the first all-female crew about. I think Jeff Bezos just wanted a threesome with Katy Perry, and this is the best way he could possibly get that to happen with him and his wife. But I don't really give a fuck Not much. I will say, not to be the hack guy, I was concerned about a non-Tesla rocket going up into space with one of the biggest pop stars in history, I mean, Katy Perry, and a few other people. Gayle King, Oprah's DL girlfriend, was up there with them, and it was dumb. It was like, why? Why do we give a fuck what these fucking rich bitches want to fucking be put up into space for? I get it. They paid a lot of money, a couple mil. That'll help develop a lot more of these, carnival rides. I don't like the fact that they're calling them astronauts. I feel like that's kind of insulting to the female astronauts who actually went to school for this shit, went to training for this shit, and haven't launched yet. But, rich be richin'. They can do what they want. All right, kids. I think it is time for us to call it a day. My voice is completely shot. We ran down the entire UFC 314 card as well. Thursday, we'll be talking Ian Machado Gary's return to the cage in Kansas City, Missouri. KC Mo. And I've heard from Tech 9, they get to rule. So you guys enjoy the rest of your night. I'm going to drink and watch YouTube videos. With our videos, share them out. Live stream Tuesdays, Thursdays, Facebook, YouTube, and X. Check us out on X. If you're finding us on X, make sure heart the shit out of our fucking streams. Heart them. Also share them out. Quote tweet them. Do whatever you got to do. Get the word out. Bro Plot is here. Give us a follow so you can always be on time with us. Thank you very much, boys and girls, children of all ages. This has been the host with the most, the show where nobody else can follow it because we can only do it once. That's right. Bro Plata. And hopefully my co-host Tim Danko will be back with us Thursday, and we can talk a little bit more, get his opinion on 314 maybe, get his opinion on Ian Machado Gary versus Pratis. And as always, my friends, see you at the Kumite, fam.